Hey guys, good morning and happy Sunday. There's nothing better on a Sunday morning than some bacon and eggs for breakfast, but today I'm going to be testing some of my long-term food storage, dried eggs. And I want to bring you guys along the journey with me. I like to test things out with you guys for the first time instead of, knowing how it's going to turn out and then doing a video on it. I just want to bring you guys for the raw, uncut footage of testing these things out for the first time. It's real, it's honest, and this is going to be my kind of reaction video to these dried long-term food storage eggs. So join me and I'll show you how it turns out. Okay, so these are the two types of eggs, I guess, that I have stored up. This one is just in a Mylar type bag. It's Judy's brand, and I actually purchased this at the very beginning of the pandemic, before I knew better. It does store for a very long time and I could probably repackage it. But this I decided to use and test out today because, I don't know if you can see that, it has a Best By date of August 27th, 2021. So it was probably about a 1.5 year shelf life in this current packaging. I'm going to go ahead and test it out today, 4 months later. But this is just whole eggs and it's dried powder. Literally the only ingredient is eggs. There's no preservatives or anything like that, just dried whole egg powder. So that's one. This one I'm not testing out today, but this is another way that you can purchase it. Everybody knows Augustin Farms. Same thing, dried whole egg powder. This one has a 10-year shelf life because of the way that they package it. I'm not going to bust into this today because it's too pricey and it's just too large of a package that I don't want to have to, reseal. So just wanted to show you that. Sometimes you can catch this on sale on Amazon. I think that's when I got it. Anyway, I'm putting this aside. And we're gonna bust into this one. So I just wanted to kind of test it out and see, if I had to use this stuff, is it actually good? Because I've never tried this whole egg dried powder. It doesn't sound very appetizing, but it's Sunday morning. I just cooked up some delicious bacon. Can you smell that? And I just kind of wanted to test this out. So let's see. It says that 1 large egg is equal to 2 tablespoons of this powder with 2.5 tablespoons of water equals 1 large egg. So I'm going to double that and I'll do 4 tablespoons of this powder and 5 tablespoons of water. So let's see. Ooh. Interesting color. It's a little, I don't know if you can see the color so well, but it's a little brighter colored than I expected. I guess I'll go ahead and do my 4 tablespoons I said. You see that? No, it doesn't really have a smell. I don't know why I like to just smell everything. No. Doesn't have a really eggy smell, I would say. Three tablespoons. Four tablespoons. Let me go get some water. Okay, so I got my 5 tablespoons of water in there. And definitely a strange consistency. Okay, so this is what it looks like when it's fully mixed. It kind of looks like watery mustard. What I'm going to do for cooking it, I'm not going to use, I usually use butter when I cook my scrambled eggs. This time, I'm going to use some ghee. because I figure if I'm going to be in any kind of a possibly grid down situation, obviously I'm not using my stove, but most likely I'm not cooking with butter either. I'm going to be cooking with some ghee. The expiration date or Best By date rubbed off there, but it was April of 2021. This has been in my refrigerator, and I know ghee is going to last a long time. It's not the best container, but when it got close to the Best By date, I just stuck it in the refrigerator, and it seems to be just fine. So let me go ahead and get this heated up, put some ghee on there, and we'll start cooking this stuff. Okay, so obviously ghee does not take very long to heat up at all. It kind of resembles just regular cooking oil when it's melted. But I'm going to go ahead and put this in. It does not look too promising right now, but you know what? I've doubted myself before, so let's just see. It doesn't look like the ghee was very hot, so I thought it was hot enough, but it might not be hot enough quite yet. So it'll take a little while to get that going. I'm not going to bore you with sitting here and staring at it, so I'll be back in a minute when it starts to cook. Okay, so I went ahead and kind of flipped over one of the edges here, and it definitely does not cook like scrambled eggs would. And I'm starting to think maybe this is not designed for making scrambled eggs with, and maybe it's just designed for cooking with. Like if you're making a recipe, yeah, this is a very weird consistency. Either that or it's because it was past its Best By date. I'm not sure. I think it looks better on camera than it does in person. This is very orange looking. I don't know. It may be just fine. Let's just remain hopeful. And hopefully I don't get sick. Let me let that cook up a little bit longer. Okay, so I think that's about as far as it's going to need to cook. And it kind of resembles scrambled eggs. I was thinking one thing I could have done was maybe added some powdered milk or something. And the reason I say powdered milk is because I'm really thinking like grid down an emergency type situation. Maybe if I added some powdered milk, it would have given it more, I don't know, a better texture maybe. I haven't tried this yet. I'm definitely going to salt and pepper it. Maybe I should have tried it before I did this. That's okay. So I'm just going to eat it right out of the pan. Mmm. Okay. So it actually has kind of a scrambled egg texture, surprisingly. Taste, not. I don't know how to describe that taste. It's okay. I mean, it really is. Like, if I was in a grid down or bad situation, I think I would actually, like, take some joy in eating this because it would remind me of scrambled eggs. It has definitely a different taste, though. I think I could do it. I would want to try it with some powdered milk and maybe more salt and pepper. But it's not terrible. Now I know. It's good to know these things in advance, and that's why I'm kind of testing these things with you for the first time. Honestly, though, this stuff here, although very expensive, or more expensive, the Mountain House, these are freeze-dried eggs with bacon. These are delicious. It's only 9 servings in this whole thing, though, because it's freeze-dried, and it's already cooked, or it's already, I guess, made scrambled eggs, and then they just freeze-dry it. This stuff is really good. I've tried this before, and You barely know that it's freeze-dried or pre-packaged or anything like that. So I would kind of keep a mix of this type thing, freeze-dried eggs, and then the whole dried powdered eggs. But honestly, I think I could go for this. As long as there's bacon on the side, which there probably won't be in a grid down situation, I could do it. So all in all, with the dried whole egg powder test, I'm not extremely disappointed. They are edible and they're okay. I'm not gonna say they're great. They're nothing compared to real scrambled eggs, but this is why I wanted to do this, just to see what I should be expecting in the future if I ever have to bust into it. I think I'll start to use that powder though for cooking and see how it works in recipes that call for eggs, just to test that out too. I encourage you guys to test out all your preps, including the long-term food storage stuff, because if you're spending all this money on long-term food storage, you want to make sure that you're actually going to like it. And I know it's just for emergency situations, but wouldn't you rather know before you stockpile something if it's actually good or not? Another thing I wanted to say is if you have the ability to get chickens, to have chickens, to raise them, and keep chicken eggs, then please do that. I can't do it where I'm at. I'm in a small residential neighborhood. I'm renting and I'm not allowed to do that. But I fully intend to one day buy some property and have some chickens, so I will never go without real scrambled eggs. Anyway, guys, thanks for joining me for another video. Have a great Sunday. Take care.